Since joining Dipset, Jim would find ways to creep his way up from a hype man to the self-proclaimed capo. But what happens when one refuses to be perceived as anything other than the oldest YN alive?
You know, I'm the oldest YN.
Filled with rage bait.
Let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say.
Bad takes.
We out of here.
And offers for fades.
We had our own back and forth. Nigga said he went to shoot the film with me. I said, cool. What?
This is the story of the Dipset boss who over the past few years became the capo of Cap, placing himself on the Mount Rushmore of Cap, always testing the memory of those around him.
We took something from Chicago and made it our own. Like now it's a New York drill. It's a sound that we're known for.
And more often than not, focused on fiction rather than fact.
Gotta show you the statistics of what I've done. If you want to go to the Billboard entries, pull up Nas Billboard entries and pull up my Billboard entries.
Jim Jones, the capo.
I know I made a little boo-boo when we talk about the sales and all that.
Coming from Harlem and or the Bronx, Jim Jones' transition from the mixtape era has went through phases. His latest phase has been being labeled the oldest YN.
People have been, a lot of people have been poking at my age, and I'm in my 40s still, so that's funny to me. Most of these people, it's funny because most of these people's favorite rappers are either my age, older, a little bit younger. Yeah. Even people like Drake and Meek and all them, everybody's barking on 40 right now, but then they got this thing on, I'm the oldest YN. Yeah. It's funny and things like that. So
to the point, some would question if he is an agent.
Buying new Kellys every year, 'cause that's
48 years of age. Jim Jones was born in 1977. At this point, I am convinced that Jim Jones is a CIA agent. Not only does the CIA want to get to the youth by influencing them to be nefarious and to get felonies to where they can never enter a proper job market, Jim Jones wants to complete the mission. Jim Jones wants to make sure that niggas his age never grow up.
I feel like we're coming back wholeheartedly with the 5-year-olds and all the young energy that they're putting out there with the drill music and how the drill music is starting to move further down south into the West Coast. We took something from Chicago and made it our own. Like now it's a New York drill. It's a sound that we're known for. It's just.
So what is Jim Jones talking about? How did we take drill music and make it our own sound when we literally just took it? We didn't tweak it. Imagine me taking your mama's famous recipe, not adding my own ingredients and seasoning to it, and just taking her famous macaroni and saying, yeah, this is mine now. I made it my own. No, it's still your grandmama's famous macaroni. She is the one who made it. All we did was steal it.
Oldest YN might be the only way to describe times such as Capo attending to Neon's Timbs.
Bro, come on, bro. This is crazy.
I feel like I'm very proper, you know, so.
Nah, bro, this is wild for them. Like,
oh,
I don't even know how you got these 3 back to back like that, bro. That's not even supposed to be like that, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Wait, what happened to my laces? Oh, are you putting it back in?
Bro.
And like any good elder of the community, bringing streaming cameras to catch jump-offs.
Oh, we got matching Timbs, man. Shit. Hell yeah.
That's a community sneaker. Oh, no, we out of here. We going this way.
Oh.
No, we out.
Okay.
I didn't know you was, you heard?
My bad.
We out. My bad, gang. You heard?
Oh, fuck.
Ain't tell me
did I do something?
And like the YN Jim strives to be, he got to let everybody know he has 40K or more on him.
I'm gonna shut up. It's either the Joe Freshes or the protection. Huh?
You dropping bread, baby.
Oh, wow.
You dripping money over here.
Well,
The thing I did see you do, I've seen you do this in Say Less, I've seen you do this in the studio. You'll pull out the 100K and say, who won it? It's up. Who want to go?
100%. I ain't got 100 on me now. I got like 40, 50 on me.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's right now.
Everything would be all fun and games until one gloomy evening he would run into one of the most notorious street icons from Harlem, Alpo himself.
About 2 days ago saying you stepped to Jim Jones about that Ghost to Rich Porter shit and told him if you the Ghost to Rich Porter, I killed Rich Porter allegedly. So what's up? Is that true? Any truth to that? Now let me tell you what I did.
Before we go too far in this video, please do me one small favor and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Yes, apply pressure to that subscribe button. Alpo would find himself curious on how real Jim Jones raps be like.
I'm gonna tell you what I did. Exactly. That I seen Jim Jones in his hood, you know, where he hang out at. And I was I forgot what I was driving, I was in some low. But I seen this nigga, he had a bunch of people around him. I seen a car that I knew he was in. It was like a Cadillac Suburban. yo, we good? Is there a problem or anything? He said, what you talking about? I said, no, you know that whole rich thing. You know, he's like, nah, bro. He said, look, man, I got this is what he said. I got the utmost respect for you. And I left it at that. I said, yeah, all right, I was checking your temperature. I wanted to know, well, you know, here I am. One thing, Detroit, when I stepped to niggas, I don't really step to, I don't want to keep using that word. When I see dudes and I want to holler at them, I want to see what their temperature's like. Because now you have the opportunity to let me know how you feel, talk that shit, whatever. Let me know what it is.
See, this is my issue with Jim Jones, right?
One of Jones' most embarrassing moments this year is when Kanye would tell a story of irony.
Basically, like, he gonna get a percentage if he introduced me to this crypto, right? When I found out that he was getting the money, I was like, how much money is it? Yeah, I'm gonna take that meeting. I said, look, send me a PDF. For anybody who doesn't know, it's like a group of pictures in a folder that you send to the iPhone. You could do like 300 pictures, 10 pictures on it, 10 pages. I said, send me a PDF of all the ideas, all the young niggas you know. And this man tells me, I don't know how to make a PDF. That was way more disrespectful to me than a nigga figuring out how to get the $2 million. You gonna lie to me about a PDF, you nigga? After I sat and took the meeting for you, you took the money and I ain't even asked your broke ass for a percentage?
Just like any other old YN, Jim would want to do the most typical thing, squabble.
We had our own back and forth. Nigga said he went to shoot the film with me. I said, cool.
What?
I said, I'm flying out to LA tomorrow. We can shoot the 31.
You would not have gotten no props for beating up Kanye. You would have been.
One of the most common questions when it comes to Jim is his very beginnings. Is he from Harlem?
You didn't grow up in Harlem, or you wasn't born in Harlem?
No,
I actually was born in Harlem. I was born in Harlem at a hospital called Flower Fifth Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Harlem. A lot of my family's from Harlem. A lot of my family's from the Bronx.
You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, my nigga.
Since the age of 6, I've been right here. 1199. The same block. I went to Catholic school since the age of 6. Stop playing with me. And a lot of people wasn't here when I was here at the age of 6. Not on this side.
You can't change your beginnings, at least that's what most think. Jones had no problem forgetting where he even learned to rap.
You got to respect people who turned the lights on for you.
Mace taught me how to rap, and Cam always made sure I was on every single album he had. There would be no Jim Jones if it wasn't for them guys.
1 hour later.
It's good to hear you give Mace his flowers.
I ain't giving no flowers, fuck that nigga. I love to hate, because I'm a hater myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm a bona fide hater.
Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap, literally. Literally.
So what more you want to ask them? The niggas told me how to rap and I want platinum.
But outshining any other Cap story Jones produced will be the Cap story of all Cap stories. This will be a lie that birthed several other lies as it grew.
What you thought about Jim Jones saying he better than Nas? No, I respect it. He's spoken about it.
Listen,
I respect
his. Got to show you the statistics of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard them. If you want to go to the Billboard entries, pull up Nas Billboard entries, and pull up my Billboard entries.
This lie will cause Jim to become a target of hilarious memes.
Vows of the rocks, but I came up from that cooking cane to crack. Shit. Now I'm a rude boy shotter man, New York's rider man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta remind them who you are. Remind them who you are. Remind them you a star.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say.
See you do react. HUD 6 threw me back a few they clap, but I ate those. Them shits a Scooby snack. Let me see you pop them things, shake them, do the prank.
We don't have to get into that because we already know what it is.
This lie became so devious that even the Don Cartagena of Cap, the Latino, Fat Joe, had to find out what's behind this preposterous story.
I recently saw a clip on Instagram where a young kid was comparing you to Nas and saying that you got
Yeah, that's my young boy.
big hits.
He's wild.
How crazy is that? Because in my era, you know what I'm saying, Nas is like a god.
In my era too. Gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record, then check everybody else's track record. Then go to the billboards and check all my entries, then check all them niggas' entries and shit like that. And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody.
Similar to Fat Joe, Jones would have artificial booze placed over his Summer Jam performance. Ironic, because the actual crowd wasn't too far from AI in this circumstance. Once again, the internet would show it has no mercy. This had no effect on Jimmy, who was adamant on who the best is.
I'm not one to play with when it comes to doing music at all. Most people have been in this game as long as I've been in the game and not here anymore. At all. They way gone. They can't compete. Not on this level. At all. I can compete at the top level right now. Period. Against anybody. Especially for my era group. I spank they boots. I don't care who you put in the booth with me. And I got the money to back it. Right now, tonight. That's the difference.
This would be tested in a sparring session with Pusha T.
Drop this shit. Let me give you some inspiration, because you lacking. That shit was trash, we gon' let them get a do-over. They got you gas, you must think that you the new Hova. You're a 4.0, nigga, I jumped in a new Rover. Your brother still jumping in bed and you tell him move over. Meet you, nigga.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections.
Pusha T would just be a warm-up, because soon one of the best of all time would have something to say. A track would leak where Nas would send some subliminals, and guess at who?
We the examples, we who we said we was, never faked it. Ones who were jury they couldn't play with. Though money bought you some gunzo, I tell it straighter than a hot comb. You a knockoff, you not from the cloth. I smoke for me, beef with yourself. I be cheaping too hard to notice every week. It be somebody else. If the shoe fits, this one is for you, bitch.
Meanwhile, Jim would show everyone what it was when it was his turn to be Nas. He would finally have his chance to send everyone a message over a Nas classic, It's Mine.
Yeah, catch me. Great. I'm always in the latest shit. These niggas late to get dating with that white girl.
In this lesson with Nas, Jim learned was,
man, I didn't know how many people love Nas. Well, people, and I'm watching people go absolutely batshit crazy. Like,
but not only that rappers just don't respect his catalog as much as he thinks.
You thought you was better than Nas at one point.
Yeah, but you tried to shit on me.
Yeah, you did. You did say that.
Yeah, but you tried to. That's why he got to come on the show, because we both better than Nas.
This company want to do a deal with me, right? And they gotta pluck all my old songs. So I crashed their server. They said you had over 1,500 records we had to research. They're like, we need more time. You heard? And in them 1,500 records, there's real records that I've all went gold and platinum. You heard? Like,
even so, the Harlem, Bronx, capo of Dipset will be remembered not only as the oldest YN in the game, but one of the biggest caps in modern day history.
Thank you for watching this documentary. And if you really like it, you'll like my other short form and long form documentaries that you can find right here.
Please check out my documentary on MaxB.
Well, anyways, you know how we like to end our videos over here at Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I'll see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved.
Add me on X, IG, and TikTok.